That part at the end of last episode where I said I was gonna just record one of these Saturday. No, didn't end up happening. But we're back anyways. Colorado State Dynasty. If this is your first one, go watch the rest of them. If this is your first video of mine, I got a whole catalog you can choose from. But anyways, speaking of Colorado State Dynasty, let's look at some of the recruits, because that's kind of how we start all these at this point. Alfonso Pike will commit after this week. Ruffin might not. I don't know. Same with Tasker. Nate Yu, this is the guy that I've been highlighting ever since I saw him. I mean, look at that. Nobody's even trying to get him, so we'll get him just fine. Titus Burks as well is a guy that I just started going after. He looks pretty solid. Is a gem. He'll be on campus week 10, which is the next game. Not this game right now, but after this game, it'll be next game, obviously. I don't know why I said all that. And the Shaq Meeks basically looks like the same. Honestly, looks better than the gem Averill. But I guess isn't as good of an actual power rusher. I don't know. He looks solid, though. I'm not mad at it. But, yeah, things are looking up for Colorado State. We're 8-0. Just beat the brakes off of Hawaii last week, which is who I thought was going to be our toughest opponent. But now we're on the road, A and B, in a rivalry game. So, if anything freaky was going to happen, it's going to be this week. We got to be locked in here. Take on the Wyoming Cowboys. Home of Josh Allen, obviously. John Michael Gillenborg, I think, is really good in this game. And in real life, too. He's probably going to get drafted. Otherwise, I mean, we're 2-5, so there's not a ton to be worried about. But I'm not one to down-talk my opponents until the game's over. Did I still not make my lineup adjustments? I don't think I did. You know what? Whatever, man. I'll just deal with it. I'll do it after this week. Alright, 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line, because I decided to not take that out for some reason. Well, we get one more week of Levon Brown drag routes, so I'm not mad at that. That's a first down. Could have been a touchdown if I was on Twee, but we'll take the yardage. Went through the air last play. We'll go to the ground this time. Justin Marshall, he's got room for run. Got hurt a bit last week, but is looking great this week. That's good to see. Glad to see that didn't knock him down for too long. He was technically able to come back last week, but he was just the wear and tear was just bothering him so bad, I didn't want to risk anything major happening. Second Nate, we'll see Avant come out. He'll motion to the outside here. Is that enough? There was not enough air on that for Antwi. I thought maybe he was just going to run right by the safety. He has a lot of speed. Not quite that much speed, though, unfortunately. Third and 8. That's how much speed Antwi has right there. Enough to be able to get these like slant routes, drag routes underneath for first downs just about every time. And that's how we move the chains right there. I like a run here. They're not really filling up the box too much. I say that, but it wasn't really a great run. Not a bad run, though. We'll take 4 there. Second and 6. Let's send Brown to the inside here. Antwi's open, though. Antwi's open, breaking tackles, moving chains. 2 catches for 31 yards this drive alone. Maher with the catch. Enough picks around him. It doesn't even matter. Touchdown. I don't know what that doesn't matter towards. He needed to make the catch because he had wide open space in front of him. I suppose I kind of thought he was just going to get tackled instantly, but literally the blocking afterwards was... you couldn't ask for better. Decent coverage on the return there. They'll start at the 18. Okay, their quarterback does not look very good. He threw 3 picks last week compared to 1 touchdown. And our front seven last week, as I hinted in the thumbnail, was very good against Hawaii. But Hawaii's offensive line is also not good. So, not too much to worry about there. Read option for Wyoming on 1st and 10, and that is swallowed up in the backfield. We a loss of 4 for 2nd and 14. Let's see what they got for us here. A little play action? Okay. Play action. I mean, he might have been able to get a couple yards there, but just completely airmail them, make it 3rd and 14. All right, they do get a completion to the guy I was worried about in John Michael Gillenborg, but not able to break any tackles. 4th and 8, they will punt, and they had an injury on the offensive line that play. Good start here for really every facet of this team right now. Ooh, okay. I thought for like a half a second I was going to just outrun their entire coverage team. Again, Antwi has the most speed on the team. He is decently fast. He's not that fast. Hit Beers over the middle. We'll take 5. Cat loves it. Big Cowboy, not a Cowboys fan. Not even a Rams fan, but Colorado State Rams. I don't know what I'm talking about. 3rd and 2. Screen got me a good amount there. I think Beers on a drag could give me a 1st down here. I tried to scramble with Curry, but Curry's just not quite that fast. 4th and 2. I mean, we're at midfield. This feels like not the worst decision to go for it here. It's not the heaviest stacked box. We got to land to the outside. Marshall 1st down. I wanted to cut that up, but they just were blitzing that hole just great. The run gap maybe is the better word for it. Cat's getting pissed. I'm not giving her attention. Maher makes the grab. Gets 2. Not bad. Make a 2nd and 8 there. Got room to step up with Curry. I'll take it. Get the 1st down and slide. I'll take 10 yards. Take 10 yards every day of the week. 11, even better. See if these safeties don't sneak inside a little bit. Nope, they are going to play to the outside. We got room to Curry again. Another 1st down? No. We're going to say he only got 9. All right, no matter. Justin Marshall's a free 1st down every time he touches the ball. I'm not worried about it. More so, the offensive line is a gift-giving machine as far as 1st down goes. Beers. I mean, 13 was just draped all over him. What a play by Ian Bell. Corner on a tight end's never an easy responsibility, but when they don't let you make contested catches in this game, it gets a little bit easier, I guess. And when the offensive lineman doesn't block the one guy he needs to block on a screen, it's hard to get any yards off of it. Now it's 3rd and 12. Okay. Give me some space here. Curry, do you have the chains? You do! That's 79 speed, man. It's scary sometimes, but it's just enough to outrun the slowest defenders on their team, and it's a 1st down. Marshall up the middle. Nobody even touched him until he was in the end zone. Touchdown, Colorado State. And it just always does that stupid point. If you've ever stayed to the end of one of my streams, which, by the way, I haven't really talked about it in a video in a little bit, but all of these are streamed. So, link has been in the description of all of these. But if you have made it to the end where I grab my thumbnails for each episode, you know how much I hate that point they do. They just kind of... I can't make that a thumbnail. That's stupid. I mean, I can, and I've done it before, but it's repetitive. They do it every time. Like, if they don't give you the celebration thing, or if you don't do anything with it, because my brain's not thinking, oh, let me hit a celly real quick. My brain's thinking, oh, let me commentate that a little bit. If you don't do anything, they just point into the crowd. What was that play? That went from sack to fumble to incomplete pass to somehow caught, but a loss of 4. Not the worst thing that could have happened there, I guess. That is the worst thing that could have happened there. My safeties are too slow to deal with that. Yeah, Chris Durr Jr., touchdown Wyoming. Well, you want to wake up an offense, that's how you do it right there. All of a sudden, I'm a little bit more mad that my safety got completely mossed on that screen that was a 50-50 ball. But we're still up 7. Their defense hasn't proven they're able to really stop anything we want to do right now. So I'm not too worried about it. Here's Marshall up the gut, breaking tackles, almost getting chains. Not quite though. 2nd and inches. Gives us room for error if we do want to take a shot here, and it looks like we're going to. Does he have a step there? No, he didn't. He really did not at all. I don't know why I threw that. That probably should have been a pick. It wasn't, though. This just feels like it's going to be a touchdown. Well, it would have been. If I got any sort of blocking there, that would have been. 4th and inches, I believe in my team to get inches. I don't care. Bad call? Maybe. But I don't care. I'm not running a read option. I'm not running a read option. That is actually wishing for death in this situation. Marshall. Offensive line cooked. 1st down. Offensive lines in this game can run block like the best offensive lines in football, but their pass blocking, man, it has its moments. That was a pretty good pass block in there. Ended up running it anyways for 5 because I didn't see anything deep. Or more so, I didn't really trust Curry to not airmail it. "50-50 ball to Beers at the corner on him. And he drops it anyways. Oh, Rocky. Rocky, you are in position for that. I know you have a decent spec catch rating. You have to. Does that get there? Yes, LeVon Brown drag route. As it always does. What a block from Antwi. Down to the 23. Elbow bursitis, you're not dead. Get back out there, buddy. Rocky Beers is, man, okay. I get it, dude. These are catches in traffic. They're not the easiest plays to make, especially in this game. You have a corner on you, dude. You are a tight end. Not exactly a small tight end either. Okay, I was trying to playmaker him down. I guess they decided he had other plans. Ian Bell is just having the game of his life right now, because literally nobody can do anything about what he's trying to do. There's no way he breaks that tackle. There is no way they're breaking this tackle. Sam Scott. Okay, he does have good abilities, I guess. Alright. Whatever. I'm still mad about it. Not breaking that one, though. 3rd and 9. If they punt anyways, it doesn't matter. If we force a punt, then it doesn't matter we threw a pick. Safety would be even better, though, and we got it! Erneas Tafia. Finally, the pressure got home, and they will end up punting, but not after we get 2 points. We'll take that. Just how we drew it up, baby. Curry's a little cold. That's alright. You did what you had to do. Here's Avant getting 7. Not bad, not bad. Overthrows Maher. He's cold. I really shouldn't be trying to make these throws right now. But, hey, you gotta warm up eventually, bud. 3rd and 3, we'll keep it on the ground with Avant. Not the best read of the blocks there, but he's able to break enough tackles and move the chains. I'll take that. That was low-key a bailout. Maher on the drag route. Oh, he's got room. Does he have the speed, though? He's not that fast. Only 87 speed. But it's just enough to hit the pylon. Well, break the I don't know. Touchdown. Who cares? 23-7. Don't you just love when you try to sound cool and then you say something completely wrong and you just seem stupid? Whatever, I'm up 23-7. There's no room to be talking like I'm sad or anything. We're living life right now. Oh, that's very open, but 8 can't haul it in. Who is number 8? I don't have a solid answer for you, but either he had bricks for hands or their quarterback couldn't throw it, or both. They're going to hit the screen. Can I make the tackle? I can. Jalen Sargent, that's the guy who couldn't haul it in. He gets a screen pass, catches that one, but only for 2. Makes it 3rd and 8. Wyoming's really liking throwing the ball right now. I'm noticing. That low-key was open, but Aiden Hector was able to knock it free because Sam Scott's not exactly a receiving back. 4th and 8, they will punt once again. Oh, this has room to get dangerous. Oh, it had room to get dangerous. Couldn't quite swerve around like I wanted to. Here's Marshall. Finding space, grabbing yards. Come on now. We got running backs here, man. You thought we were done running the ball? We'll throw it there, though. Rocky Beer's finally able to catch one of those. And that'll set it up for the 2-minute timeout on 2nd and 4. We gained 6 yards. Like, they're pressing Antwi. I want to throw this deep to Antwi so bad. It's open. Can it get there? Yes! Touchdown, Kojo Antwi. 3rd touchdown of the first half for Darius Curry throwing it. $30-7. There's 1:55 left in the first half, so there's time for them to respond. But if this score holds, or if we extend this lead even more, I mean, you're looking at 50-point rule sooner than later. We're up 23. I tried to protect to the inside. He ended up just staying to the outside. They'll take 6 on it. 2nd and 4. Release Moore's hard flats. They are able to make the catch. Didn't get the first down, though. 3rd and 1. The clock continues to run. All right, they got that one, though. John Michael Gillenborg got wide open over the middle because I ran a cover 2. Didn't know the quarterback actually had the ability to complete a pass that far, to be honest. Oh, if that's an accurate ball, that's a pick. He's got to be thanking his lucky stars that was an overthrow. I'm picking that off if that actually is on target. Probably not, though, knowing this game. 2nd and 10. They'll hit it to the outside. I miss again on that. Man, I keep planning on them trying to move to the inside, and they just keep running to the out. I put myself out of position on these, man. Let's play underneath a little bit. It's a run to the outside. That's chains again. They're calling another timeout. This is interesting play, clock management here by Wyoming. I'm not sure if this is what I would be doing, but maybe that's for the best. I'm here. I know this is where he wants to be. I'm surprised they didn't give me a penalty for all that, the movement that the game was making me do there. They didn't call anything, though. 2nd and 10. They just threw it away. Because I completely eliminated their one read. It's a screen. Can somebody get out there? Can somebody get out there? He just went out on his own accord. Okay. I'll take that. 3rd and 10. And JMG completely cooked whoever was supposed to be there. Probably me, honestly. And Wyoming has responded back with a touchdown. Okay. All of a sudden, I mean, it's only a 2-possession game. And I believe they get the ball back. So if I can't get points here in 21 seconds... I mean, Wyoming is not out of this game. This went from almost getting out of hand to almost being, like, competitive again. Within a matter of seconds. Curry, go down. 15 seconds. We'll call timeout. We got 3 of them. At this point, we kind of just have to call a timeout after every play if we want to actually get into field goal range. Underthrown for Rocky Beers, and it's picked off. Oh, and best part, they're going to get 3 points, too. Oh, that's fucking swell. Maybe not. He missed it. Wide left. Okay. It will remain a 16-point game. I mean, I'm going to try to get something, but it's not going to work. Chuck something up for Antwi. Maybe something can happen here. No. It's almost another pick. Okay. I mean, we've thrown 2 interceptions this game, but both interceptions have led to 0 points, so I'm not exactly too torn up about it. We do have 330 yards. In 1/2, so I'm not exactly mad about that. They will return this from just inside the end zone. Only get to the 18 on it. See if they maybe try a run here, but they've been a really pass-heavy offense so far. It will be a play action. We're going to get there, and Hector's going to pick it off. He's got nobody in front of him. That's a pick 6. That might be the easiest pick 6 of Aiden Hector's career. And frankly, one of the weirdest I've seen for myself. I feel like you see that all the time out of the CPU. But we finally get one of those. And really couldn't have come at a better time. Well, it could have, I guess, if we were losing in like the 4th quarter or something. But we were just saying it's only a 2-possession game. Now it's back to 3. And a long 3 possessions as well. 23 points. Looks like they're just going to try to feed their workhorse here in JMG. Can't really blame them. They got a talent like that. Though he's not on the field. No, he is on the field. He's in line. It's a read option. Tafia tracks him down from behind. This kid is an animal. Tell you what, he's not going to go to the NFL. Ernest Tafia would have a career in some football league with how he's performing. Aiden Hector probably could as well. How many games do you see where a guy has a sack and a pick in back-to-back drives? Let alone, like, in a game. How about in back-to-back drives? Here's on Tweed. Not quite fast enough to outrun number 19. That kid's got some wheels. All right, respect to him. Okay, they read that beautifully. Wow. That was some incredible run defending there by Wyoming. Maybe that's the key. We need to be throwing the ball a little bit more then. Or we can just run him with the quarterback. Darius Curry, don't fumble, moves the chains. 6 for 63 with the quarterback. Didn't think I'd have that today. Let's just give Antwi a shot here. Can he outrun the corner? He did, but I couldn't get enough air under the ball. It doesn't matter. He had a step, but couldn't quite put it in the breadbasket. We're running here on second down. Marshall's got room. Marshall's breaking tackles. Marshall's up to the 26-yard line. He's got 82 yards rushing. Everybody's running the ball well today, man. Here's Avant with a carry. He's got 4. 4 for 20 out of him. Not too shabby at all. Bad ball from Curry there. Bad ball from Curry. I wasn't even asking for much. That is at like 6 yards of distance in total. Couldn't even get that. Give it back to Avant here on 3rd and 6. Can he just find the hole? He can't. 4th and 1. Coach wants to go for it? Honestly, sure. I have faith in this defense where even if we don't get this, I have a feeling we're going to get the stop anyways. That's wide open. Going to get there. It does. Rocky not able to stay in bounds, but does move the chains. Could have been to like the 5 if I could have gotten more yards after catch there. But I'm not mad at a first down. Not mad at more Justin Marshall yards either. You're never going to see me complain about that. 11 for 88 for the kid. I really just wanted to throw that into the back of the end zone, but I wanted to frame it as more of a 50-50 ball. Yeah, man. We just don't catch contested balls in this game. It just doesn't happen. I had a free 3 points and completely threw it away. That is a brutal one. Just due to my own stupidity. Oh, nobody's over there. Hello. I don't know how that got that open. I definitely had somebody over there. Did he get... What, did he get sucked into the... Yeah, he got sucked into the streak. We were double teaming the streak. That guy completely abandoned his zone. I think that was Ellis. Okay. God, we were in perfect position to score again, and it just didn't happen. Dude, JMG is a dog. Look at these routes that he's running, dude. Had 7 for 85 last game, got 6 for like 70-something this week. Unbelievable effort from JMG, even if it's not resulting in wins. Mainly because this quarterback wants to keep running, and it's not working at all. Really, running at all has just not been working for him, but they're not even really trying. They're just... I don't even know. Another one for JMG, dude. This kid, they are just peppering John Michael Gillenborg with as many targets as possible. Okay, I was not expecting a run there. I'll give you that. I'm pretty sure I even pass committed. I was fully convinced that they were running. Or that they were throwing there. But 3rd and 2, you can't make those type of guarantees, I guess. Taking a look at the top 25, there's still no group of 6 teams in there. Oregon State's in there, but they don't. I don't think the Pac-12 Conference Championship actually counts in this game. At least with the default rosters, I think they do eventually if you fill it up with enough. But either way, I think we still have a good shot of making it to the playoffs if we can not choke these games away. That's not a great start, though. I didn't even have a cover 2 out there. We just didn't play our zone. And it is back to a 16-point game. Okay. They are just plain kicking it off, so that's fine. Really, I really wish I had those 3 points that I basically omitted by throwing the stupidest interception you've ever seen. We just got to start chewing this clock. Justin Marshall. I mean, it's not really chewing the clock if you're getting 14 yards a carry. But, I mean, hey, I'm not mad at that either. Let Marshall tote another one. A little less effective, only 4, but I'm not mad at that either. Average is still looking pretty good. Stay in the pocket, give it to Maher on the drag route. Move the chains. Beauty. 4 for 82 and 2 touchdowns. This is easily Tommy Maher's best game this season. And it's not even close. Ooh, the draw actually worked really well. Lloyd Avant gets it up to inches. Okay. Good to know that's effective in this game. Lloyd Avant jet touch pass after that. That didn't work at all. Okay. Maybe there was a gap if I took it, inside of that guy. Pause. There's not really any other way I could describe that, though. He's a QB draw. Darius Curry. Look at the space. Go down. I mean, that was free. They gave that to us on a silver platter, and we'll take that all day. You got to be aware of the run no matter what's happening here. Do you not know who I am, Wyoming? Come on now. Watch some film. 2nd 3. Justin Marshall. All right, they played the inside there. I like the effort off of Braden Johnson. I'm not going to lie. That was a solid play. We'll play action here. How about it? Anybody getting open? Nope. There's a flag, though. That's got to be roughing. Okay, that's roughing. Roughing PI, there's something there. There's something there. Yeah. On an opponent, -3. Do I just get the ball? No, it's just on the 1. Okay. Okay. It said -3. It's like, do I just get a touchdown? No. They just put it at the 1. Hand it off, Marshall, fall forward, touchdown. That probably should ice it. If it wasn't already iced, it is now. 23 points in 4 minutes and 45 seconds would be a tough one to come back from. I would have rather they just returned that, but I guess I put it too far into the end zone. Oh well. See what Wyoming has for us this drive. Play action as if we thought they were ever running the ball there. Vacated the middle of the field completely. You kind of have to figure they need to be getting out of bounds here. They're going to run it, though, for some reason. Yeah, they've given up. Okay. That's what that's about. They've given up. Has to be. That's the only reason you possibly even consider running the ball right now. You have given up on winning this game. That or you're trying to play some crazy mind games. We'll take the sack. Thank you. And they chewed the clock for us. They took that down to 1 second left. Now you're running no huddle? What are you doing? 3rd and 17. All right. Hucking this up to Lamondre Joe. He's mossed. Oh, he's so mossed. That's what I get for trying to go for the pick and not just swatting it down. Wow, that was a really bad one to give up. Lamondre Joe, man. Probably should not be on the boundary with that height. That's just way too open. Okay. What is Aiden Hector doing literally in the back of the end zone? You're in man coverage, my guy. I get it. JMG is good. You should not be 20 yards away from your assignment. All right, and they missed the they missed the 2-point conversion. I clicked the wrong button. Are we able to recover this anyways? Yes, Aiden Hector tried to do a little bit too much there. Immediately after giving up the touchdown, if he tried to do some sort of diving catch for the ball and dropped it and didn't recover it again, I mean, that's bounds for getting benched, right? I feel like it kind of has to be. He's had some solid plays this year, but man, you have that stretch of games, you're at least not playing for the rest of this one. That stretch of plays. Thankfully, he was able to fall on it. We're going to get this down to the 2-minute timeout. We are up by 17. It's still the 3-possession game. This is over. Oh, darn. Thought I could catch him by surprise there. They got back. All right, falling forward. We'll take 2. And, yeah, they're not even trying to call timeout or anything. This game is over. This game is over. I want to take some extra yards and get out of here with a win. I don't know who we think we're fooling with a draw there. Coach suggestions kind of screwed me. Coach, we are up by... We're up 17 with a minute left. I'm not throwing the ball. Are you stupid? Okay, whatever. Punt? I can't make a field goal from this distance? And you're going to make me sit here for 30 seconds. Dude, I've been in chew clock since the start of the 4th quarter. Why would you take it off now? Why would you take it off now? Are we serious, dude? Alright, well, I guess we're going to sit here until about 2 seconds left. Honestly, I might just take the delay game. I think I'm going to. I'll take the delay. Give me an extra 5 yards to play with. Letting this sucker roll down. I'm taking the yards. We're going sky kick. Actually, no, just give me a... Yeah, we'll sky kick it. Why not? It takes a little bit extra time off. And they roughed the punter. Good work, idiot. But there's no time left, so it doesn't matter. I could be a dickhead. I could be a dickhead. You know what? It's funnier. It's funnier if I take the 3 points, isn't it? It's funnier if I just take the free 3 points, is it not? Is it not funnier to rub the salt in the wound? If you're going to rough my punter at the final game, the final play of a rivalry game, we deserve to get an extra 3 free points because you want to be a dickhead. I don't care. Bad sportsmanship, absolutely. I don't care. That's 3 more points to ensure that you don't get any of the recruits that were on your campus this week. And I'm happy about that. 47-27 is the final score. It already was a blowout. Do you think I care? I don't. Darius Curry's final stat line, 16 for 30, 3 touchdowns, 3 picks. Putting the ball in danger way too many times. 2 of those were just straight up on me. I will take credit for a lot of his downfall. Justin Marshall, I will take credit for his success, though. 16 for 115 and 2 touchdowns. 1 broken tackle. A long of 23 with 115 yards is crazy efficiency, bro. Oh, my lord. Lloyd Avant, 9 for 53. Darius Curry, 7 for 82 on the ground. Tommy Maher, he might have doubled his stats this game. 4 for 82, 2 touchdowns. Kojo Wantwe, 4 for 74 and a touchdown. Levon Brown, 3 for 45 in his hopefully final game in the slot, if I remember to change that. Rocky Beers, 3 for 18, no touchdowns. They only gave him 1 drop. It felt like he had a lot more than that, maybe just some swats or whatever. Avant, we tried to get him going in the screen game. They were all over it. Defensively, 3 TFLs for Aiden Hector with a sack and an interception. He turned that pick into a sack as well. Pick 6, I said that weird. It sounded like a different word. And then Agers, Valenzuela, Ellis, Tafia, Owen Long, all with TFLs. The other sacks with Agers and Tafia. We did not have any forced fumbles, though, right? No. Yep. Good win. Do I feel a little bit bad about the 3 points? Kinda, but... Hey, they asked for it, man. They roughed my punter. They roughed my punter. They deserve whatever was coming for them. There's Alfonso Pike. Gem receiver from Colorado, as well as Armand Tasker from Colorado. Avril's visiting this week. Looks like he's probably just going to go to Western Michigan, though. Oh, well, we are ranked now. Okay, I just saw that. That's cool. Yeah, Pike and Tasker committed. That's good. Let's see. Visit scheduled this week. It's a good visit. With a blowout, I think he commits with a blowout. Anything else, he's a Western Michigan Bronco. But if we can get him, he's on our campus this week. If we can pull this off, I think we got him. If we don't get him, Shaq Meeks isn't a bad alternative, I guess. But I do think we can get him. Just kind of wish we would have gotten a complimentary visit as well. But too late now, I guess. We'll get Nate U on campus at some point. It's a rivalry game. We'll get this going. Oh, yeah, we do also have Titus Burks, who's also a gem. I don't think he's quite as good, although he does have really good strength, good speed. More of an edge rusher. Whereas I think Meeks is more of a, or Avril's more of a D-tackle. Meeks also kind of fits the more of an edge rusher build, but 6'6", 263, I don't really know what he is. More of a tweener, maybe. Whereas I think at 6'2", 250, you are more of an edge rusher. Just 6'6" at edge is just kind of weird, no? I don't know. Maybe I'm just overthinking things crazy style like I always do. Alright, let's scat a little bit. We got some extra points to play with. Anybody that looks at all worth my time? This guy's not at all. Okay, and that's all my hours. Alright, cool. Before I do that, let me not forget, and I am doing it, finally. Let me go to slot wide receiver. Levon Brown is the second. Kojo Wantwe, number 1. I don't care that he's transferring for brand exposure. Maybe if we make a playoff run, he might stay. I also need to put him in return man because he just is my best returner. I feel like all 3 of these guys kind of return kicks at some point. So, we'll just do this. Do that. I'm not mad at Ross returning kicks. He's got 91 speed. Just Kojo Antwi just needs to be my return man. I don't really care. That just needs to be happening. Okay, do I have... I don't know if I've actually put in the time of checking if I have any skill points. Will I ever get to find out? Find out next time on Dragon Ball Z. Okay. That's fun. I have been returned to the main menu. Can I just hit continue and it works? Yeah, okay. I don't know what that was. I'm not even going to edit that out or anything. I probably should, but no. You guys deserve to see how bad this game is if you don't play it. Because it's something else, man. I tell you what. Darius Curry has 4 skill points. I feel like I got to be able to use that for something, right? Can I get it for accuracy? No. I actually can't upgrade anything. Can I get abilities? I can get sleight of hand. I'd rather just wait to get the accuracy boost, honestly. Alright, I don't think anybody else had anything worth my time too much. We're just going to go ahead and hop right in. San Jose State up next. We are finally ranked. Can we not do the Iowa State thing and crap our pants the second we get expectations? That is... too much trauma there. I don't even know why I bothered bringing that up. I just felt like it. I just felt like hating myself for some reason. Alright, we actually get to start on defense this time. That's nice. Ooh, big on the return. LeVon Brown. Hello. Had some feelings about getting pulled out of that slot spot, I guess. Danny Scudero is their quarterback. 5'9" once. No, that's a receiver. He had catches. That's a receiver. Okay, that's their Nick Nash replacement, I guess. They are doing pretty good this year. 6-1. They start with a run. Cannon Valenzuela is able to swallow that up. I would prefer more of a... Yeah, sure, that's fine. Second... What was that play? What did I just see? Somehow a horrible throw was able to make that a completion. Because if that's an accurate ball, it feels like that gets knocked out every day of the week. Every degree of out of position right now. Phelps can't make a tackle to save his life. That's somehow 4 yards. Okay. Yeah, I feel like at this one we kind of just have the #1 class of the Mountain West locked up. There's not really much anybody can do about it at this point. No way. All right, Phelps able to knock that one free, though. Making up for that first down rep, making it 3rd and 6. See if we can't get him off the field here. That'd be nice. Okay, an accurate ball, and that's a touchdown, but he overthrew him, so it's a turnover. Not really a turnover. It's 4th and 6. They'll punt. Either way, we get the ball back. I'm not mad at it. Effectively a turnover, because they turned the ball over to us, as opposed to keeping it. Justin Marshall coming off of a pretty good game last week. Really, every game that I have a running back play in, he does really well. Just in general. And they seem to run a 3-3-5. That is music to my ears. Lloyd Avant, he's got room. He's going to have room all day if they stay in that type of defense, I'll tell you what. All right, they did adjust. Can he just outrun that? No, I threw it straight at him. That's a 6, too, isn't it? Yeah, for some reason I thought Pollard was a linebacker. That is a... what? That's a linebacker with that speed? Are you kidding me? I don't know why I'm so close to my mic right now, but holy cow. Jordan Pollard, 6'1", 210, 86 speed. That's a linebacker? Brother, that's a safety. I don't know who you're fooling. That's a safety. 6'1", 210 is safety size, brother. 86 speed is safety speed, brother. Why are you in the box? Okay, I kind of just figured I could throw it over his head because that's a linebacker. No, I guess that's just the fastest guy in their defense. Spin move, Antwi. Okay, that was not an ideal first drive. But if they're going to have weak linebackers, then I'm going to be able to run the ball all day. So let's just go back to the original plan of just running the ball 50 times, and if we get hurt, we get hurt because we have depth. Or we can just not block, and we just lose the game because nobody wants to play. That, I guess, is also an option. If you want to explore that option, that is technically on the table. Yeah, I guess they really just don't want to win this game. Okay. What am I doing? I don't know. But what are we blocking? Why aren't we blocking? Why aren't we getting open? There are other questions to be asked other than why am I running 17 yards behind the line of scrimmage? I had to jinx it, man. I really had to jinx us by saying that we were going to play like Iowa State with expectations now that we're finally ranked. And looks like we're kind of a shoo-in for that final playoff spot if we win all of our games. Of course, now we're not going to win all of our games and we're going to miss the playoffs. I probably could have picked that off if I had the balls to press Y. Okay, 3rd and 4. Their offense hasn't done anything either. They just have a pick 6 to their name. They still haven't done anything. That was a great play call, I guess, like cover 2, but their quarterback blows. So, 4th and 4, they'll punt. See what Antwi has up his sleeve for this punt return. Okay, here we go. Here we go, Kojo. Up to the 44. We'll take that. Yes, sir. All right, this is just... Come on, give me the blocks, gentlemen. Not bad. I was able to get past the first level, I guess. All right, we got to get Curry back in play here. Here's Rocky. There we go. Get a couple momentum plays back. Try to get that, trying to shake the cold off a little bit. Well, that's not going to help. It was red as soon as the button popped up. That was a predetermined incomplete pass. Not much I can do about that one. It was a gold one, but it got there. A little scary, but hey, he pulled it in. And we're not cold anymore. Let's go. 1st and 10. Can I fit that over that linebacker? No. God, why are all of their line... That's an edge rusher pulling that type of zone coverage. Are you kidding me? Why is this just the most athletic defense we've played yet? And we've played a power conference team. Why is San Jose State's defense just straight up better than Washington's? This is a little ridiculous, no? There's Marshall with chains, at least. Correct. Their pass defense is good. Their run defense still has a little bit to be desired. Maybe a little bit more up the middle. I tried to push it to the outside a little bit too hard. Ross, why did you stop running, Ross? Ross, you just forced me to throw a pick. He was wide open. He was actually so fucking open, it's unbelievable, but he stopped running. Maybe throw a pick. Yes, I am. Is that the best read? Maybe not, I guess. But that was open if he kept running. Thankfully, this quarterback cannot hit a ball further than 20 yards, because I can't either, apparently. I can't hit a ball further than 10. There we go. Alright, at least we can stop the run. We're kind of stopping the pass by default because they're not throwing the ball well. Yeah, this is just a battle of just garbage right now. We are not exactly doing much to prove that we deserve to be ranked right now. That's all I'm going to say. 3rd and 14. It's a QB draw. No way that... that probably should have been a first down if he didn't go down. Because he's a pocket passer and program did not take hits. If he would have actually fought for the first down, he would have got it. The 75-speed quarterback almost just converted a first down on us right there. On a 3rd and 14. That would have been gross. Alright, 1st and 10. Ontway in the slot. This jet touch pass should be absolute money. It was. Wasn't a touchdown, but that's a lot of yards. We'll take that. And that's passing yards for Darius Curry. Ontway. We just got to hit the hot hand at this point. We got to get something going in this pass game. It's going to be a lot of Kojo Ontway today. It just simply has to be. Here's Lloyd Avon up the gut. Pass, 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 so that way when we go back to a run, they're not ready for it. When really, if you watch any tape at all, any down in distance, you should be ready for a run. Especially 1st and 10. Somehow that's a fucking tackle. Okay. I can't even be mad at anybody but myself for that. Okay, yeah, just block the guy that has no possible way of making a tackle. And now Lloyd Avant's hurt. Okay. Maher makes the catch. Down at the 1. Couldn't quite fight in, but what a grab. Bruce Shoulder will... you know what? What does Tyler the Ball have, I guess? We haven't seen him all year. I guess he'll slot in as our... Either that's my running back 4 or somehow my second option at 3rd down running back. I don't think it is, though. Marshall could not fight in on 1st down. We're just going to keep giving him the ball. Eventually one of these he's going to punch in. Or they'll put in the guy that's not a power guy at all. Okay, sure. But somehow that's the guy that gets a touchdown? Sounds good. We're tied. That's something, all right. Okay. The offense can do stuff eventually. We just need the defense to keep holding on. We'll be fine. They have been great all game. The only points that have been scored are due to my offense. If we can rein in the offense and the defense can hold on, we'll be all right. This quarterback cannot hit. It frankly could not hit the broadside of the barn. It is a tragedy what this guy's trying to do right now. Here we go. Fight through those, Ellis. 3rd and 7. Floyd Chalk is not having a good game right now. 3 carries for 2 yards. That was his longest carry of the game. They're going to chuck it deep. Lamondre Joe just knocked that away. Thank you very much. 4th and 7. They will punt again. All right. I learned my lesson from last week. I don't try to fair catch the arm punt. Oh, thanks for the blocks, guys. Really appreciate it. All right, I guess Lloyd Avant's going to come in anyways. He literally took 1 play off. But sure. I mean, he's fine. So I'm not too worried about it. Okay, nobody went with the bubble, so I'll just take that. Ordovant keeps getting bumped. He's not necessarily hurt, but he's not necessarily 100% either, so I'd prefer if he not get as many dings as he seems to be getting right now. Alright, Curry's got space here. 48 is not very fast. It's just shoved out of bounds. I'll take that. Ooh, that safety played that very well. Okay. Good job playing defense there, Kojo, because, I mean, I threw that directly out of safety. He's faster than him. Rocky Beers, corner route, touchdown. Not very many guys I've seen, especially on this defense, that Rocky Beers is faster than. Number 4 seems to be one. So, we will keep that in mind for future downs. All right, they will take their knee and start at the 25. I don't hate it. See if they don't try to start with a run here. It is a run, but I completely vacated the middle of the field. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I kind of thought man coverage would get there, but they just the slot corner, you cannot press the slot corner. So if they just quick hike it to the guy that the slot's on, there's not much you can do. Oh, completed that throw. All right, that's great. Their quarterback seems to be warming up a little bit here. I'd prefer if that not happen, actually. Oh, never mind. All right. Who am I kidding? No, he's not. Second and 10. They'll take 3 yards on a probably 25-yard throw. Sounds good to me. This crowd is loud right now. Can they do anything about it? Yes, they can. Boy, I really wish there was a way to guard that. You would think that that would be the defense for it, but I guess that one blue's a little bit too far left. Well, I shot the gap. Nobody else played any sort of defense to try to stop it. So, San Jose State will end up tying it with 44 seconds left in the half. Okay. Not the end of the world. There's 44 seconds and 3 timeouts. All I need is a field goal, and I get the ball at half. So, any points here in this drive, and it could very easily be a 2-possession game by the time they even get the ball back. Hurry up here. Come on, come on, come on. Is that gonna get there? It does. Antwi, get a little bit of time off the clock. All right, that's fine. I don't want to risk not getting the points. That's a free touchdown. We got to take it. They put a linebacker on Kojo Antwi. I don't care how fast your linebacker is. He's not as fast as Kojo. Thanks for the points back, bud. Darius Curry's got to be feeling good now. They'll take their knee. I would have preferred they not do that. I gotta put a little less juice on these, I guess. Yeah, no. Dromalowicz able to knock that away. I play a little bit deeper than that. You don't have to play press coverage. I mean, this quarterback blows. There's no other way of putting it. This quarterback just flat out blows right now. Third and 10. They're just going to give up on points this half. They're just going to go ahead and run it. Take a little bit of time off the clock. We'll call timeout. Might as well try to get more points before the half. Why not? Kojo Wantwee's a dangerous man with the ball in his hands. Not able to do much there, but, I mean, 9 seconds? Listen, 9 seconds is plenty of time. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Will it matter here, though? How about 5? Let's try that fake screen wheel again. That worked pretty well for us last time. Why not try it again? I mean, you gotta feel like getting tackled before the ball even gets close to there. It's gotta account for something, right? Whatever. It was never gonna be catchable anyways. That'll end the first half. We are up by 7 points. And we get the ball here in about 5 seconds. Is there anything else? I don't think I've ever actually sat through and watched this whole halftime thing. Yeah, that was electric, though. After the struggles Darius Curry had in the first half, to be able to do that with 20-something seconds left, that's pretty magical. You can't even lie. Yeah, both the edges just completely caved. Just got ran straight by. Whatever. Let Ross get a chance to return this. He's got it up to the 21. We'll take that. You know, we did run a jet sweep earlier. Maybe a fake will work. Maybe trying to use logic in this game is just not a good idea, because that didn't work at all. I just cut it up for whatever yards I would have had, which is a regular inside zone. Okay, they are shooting these run gaps with authority right now. Maybe time to rethink the game plan a little bit. But what if we don't? What if we don't do that, though? What if we don't? What if we just stick with it anyways? Just run it. Who cares what down a distance it is? Just run the football. Lloyd Avant's up to 94 yards on the game. Okay, that was a rough watch. That was a rough watch to watch my center just get completely massacred. What if we just keep running it, though? What if we just keep running it, though? That's what happens. And now he's hurt. Yeah. So, for anybody that is not familiar with what to do in that situation, that is the textbook definition of what not to do. Bruised hand, he will return soon. I don't know why it didn't give me the option to not just put it back in. Not like I need him like right now anyways. I'm on defense. I think Darius with a bruised hand could probably still do better than Walker's doing right now, fully healthy. For what it's worth. As I say that, he just completely... Not even him. That was honestly not even a great throw still. Just a great adjustment by the receiver. Somehow knocked us out of position. That was not what I wanted to do. Just make the tackle. All right. That could have ended much worse than that. I will take that. I cheated up with Ellis. That just cannot be what I do. He does not have the speed to make up for that if I make that decision. Owen Long, I could maybe get away with that. Jacob Ellis, absolutely not. Alright. They'll take 3 on the little check down. I'll take that. Probably not even much of a point in, like, pass in these little contains. I think the closest receiver there was my DB. That's just way too open. How is that open, man? Yeah, I did. All right. I guess that's what I get for running cover 3 like 8 plays in a row. They did finally adjust to it. We cannot let that happen, man. Not against this quarterback. There's no reason why this game is tied right now. Here we go. Here's Ross on the kick return. Hold on. Hold on to your hats, folks. We got 6. Jordan Ross, 97 yards on the kick return. Alright. It's like that last drive never even happened. See what they can do on their kick return. Not nearly as cool as ours. First and 10, QB under pressure, able to get it out, but not anywhere close to where he needed to be. All right, they'll take it underneath for 6 yards, makes it 3rd and 4. They're going to just take it underneath here and lose a yard off of it. 4th and 5, they will punt. Jake Jarmolowicz letting absolutely nothing past him. Gotta love that. Ooh, Antui's got a little bit of room here. Hold on. Can we get an Antui punt return? Not quite a touchdown, but we will take the other side of the 50. We will take that all day. Yeah, Curry is looking very banged up right now, but he is back in the game. You almost might wonder if it is worth it to just put Brousseau in. Because I don't want to risk anything serious happening to Curry here rest of the game. Especially if I can just run it anyways. Why would I risk my quarterback getting hurt? Yeah, I think I'm executive decision. It is a close game. I recognize it as a very close game right now. Honestly, his throwing stats actually affected right now? No, they're not. His throwing stats are not affected at all, but his running stats are. That's kind of the whole appeal. I just don't want him to get hurt. I'm going to put Brousseau in for right now. If I think I need to put Darius Curry back in, I will put him back in. But I don't want to risk anything serious happening to him. Plus, I mean, I can just run it with Avant. He can just break off every tackle, I guess. Not really his style of play. I didn't think so. But, hey, I'll take it. Sometimes you got to break the mold. Touchdown, Colorado State. I mean, don't look now, but if we can get a stop here and points this next drive, if they don't score the rest of the game and we scored something, that's a blowout for the gem on campus this week. Of course, that would require my defense to not do that. Where am I at? Where am I going? Please, thank you. Not ideal that they run a slant. The second I go to a blitz, they go for a slant. Breaks it off. Valenzuela's tackle. Can't be letting that happen, man. That will end the quarter, though. All right, we're up 14. I mean, it looks pretty good either way. The question is, can we turn it into a blowout here in the fourth quarter? Because, I mean, how the game actually went doesn't matter. The only thing that matters to these recruits is the final score. Although sending a blitz and still not getting anything past the offensive line is not good. Okay, I guess I'm just running this. It's a screen. Can somebody get out there? Big hit from Lamontre Joe. Feels like we get a bunch of these big hits. I've only gotten like one fumble all year on the actual big hits. All of our fumbles have been on just regular tackles. No way he catches that over Lamar. Joe didn't even animate, dude. He didn't even know the ball was in the air. Ugh, come on. I ran the gap I was supposed to, but it was a counter. Not even a counter. He just straight up counted that himself and got a yard. That's crazy. Lamontre Joe cooked. Dude, I mean, have you ever seen a corner that is only capable of guarding streaks? Like, that's all he can guard. Any other route, he's just completely dusted every time. I take another one of these kick returns, though. We had a crease. Couldn't quite hit it, though. Let's let Brousseau air this thing out here. Ross has got a step. He's got some speed. Can he actually get this, though? No. 15 is able to catch up just enough to get a hand on it. Unfortunate. It would have been an absolute banger had it worked, but not quite to be. 4 yards on second down makes it 3rd and 6. I mean, listen, man. I'm going to go for it again. If you let me go for it again, I'm going to go for it again. Ended up just taking the slant, though. Kojo Antwi breaks 100 on a crazy catch to make in traffic. Oh, he's got this one, though. Surely he's got this one, though. Ross is not going to get caught on this one. He's got a kick return touchdown. How about a receiving touchdown on top? Have a day, Jordan Ross. (42-28). Still need a field goal to get the blowout, but hey, I believe in this defense. Maybe a fool's errand to believe in this defense, but somebody's got to believe, right? Inside zone, they get 4. Okay. Not ideal, but it's fine. Okay, I guess I'm on Agers. That's not where I wanted to be. Big hit from Phelps. Doesn't matter. And we're offsides. And we're offsides. Oh my god. I didn't even know the computer could do that. That wasn't me. That was the computer that just jumped right there. That's my best edge rusher. What are we doing, bud? Noland! Oh, that's a bad one to drop, buddy. That's a bad one to drop, my man. Okay. There's the pressure. I was wondering when I was going to finally get another sack here. And Estafia, of course, is the one to get it, because why wouldn't it be? I'm liking some of these stunts, man. I'm not going to lie. I really am. Pressure got home just in time to do nothing, I guess. Send another stunt. Let's just do Tom. No way he catches that over Rodgers. Oh, boy. Okay. That's just straight up a bad throw. And he's rewarded for it. Why are my two defenders making out right now? Okay. That was two CPUs that were literally just kissing at midfield instead of playing their assignment. That's great. Yeah, they're just getting whatever they want right now. This defense has no interest in playing defense. That's great. That's fantastic. Of course, now is when Walker decides to wake up. Guy's been complete cheeks all day, and now the game's on the line. He's trying. Guy literally couldn't hit the bright side of a barn for the first 3 quarters. As soon as that 4th quarter hits, he's just on fire. They get the first down. They don't get much more, though. Andre Joe. Even in zone coverage, this guy's dog shit. Oh, my God. Dude, a defense. I need one fucking stop. Literally one more stop. You've been so good all game. I can't get one more stop to make this a blowout for the recruit. That's going to help you guys' job. I can't even get that. I can't get one stop. Because this game has to be a blowout or else I'm not getting a gem. I'm not getting a gem edge rusher if these guys don't want to lock in and give me one stop. That's just what's happening. I need a blowout or else he's not committing. I'm not going to get a blowout because they keep scoring touchdowns. And we're not doing anything to stop it. Here's the Von Brown. There's their first timeout. Okay. I guess they're in call timeout territory. Spin move, Marshall. Can we just outrun the defense? That'd be sick if we could, but I don't know if we can. Maybe we did. Justin Marshall, not necessarily known for his speed. I think he's only got 89, but had just enough to outrun everybody on their defense. Boy, I tell you what, if I needed one more yard, I don't think we were getting it. I really don't. And maybe it would have been for the best to stop it at the 1, so that way we could get another timeout out of them. But at this point, I think the win's locked in. I'm just going for the blowout. This is where I wish I wouldn't have taken my 3 points last game, because I would rather use them right now. And I know that's not how that works, but just walk with me. No way, they're just making every catch known to man. And they just get free time. I'm sure you're hurt, dude. I'm so sure you're actually hurt. And not just faking hurt to get a free timeout. I'm so sure that's what's happening right now. I mean, I'm ending these guys' life, and it doesn't matter. They're not fumbling. One of these has got to be a fumble, eventually. Rodgers, I'm telling you to run towards the ball. I am fully user taking over his player model. I cannot get control of my own players. That's so sick, dude. I mean, how many fucking big hits do I have to get before they finally give me this damn football? Seriously. I'm actually crippling the receivers for life, but they would rather lose their legs than lose the football. Dude, I'm pressing Y. I am pressing Y to go for the ball that is literally right here. Why is your decision to just deck a random bystander? Third and 9 because their screen was stupid and didn't get anything. No fucking way. Dude, this defense is actually incompetent. This defense is actually fucking incompetent, dude. My own fucking players are just running into themselves every play. There we go, John Malowich. There's a pick. That's ball game. Three points is a blowout. We got to go for that. Was waiting for that pick all game. We finally got it. They're going to use their timeouts for me. It's even the best part. I'm not sure I really like Avant coming in for these plays. I'm not going to lie. I don't know if it matters if my offensive line isn't blocking anyways, but I would rather the actual, like, running back come in for these. There we go. Okay, I'm not QB kneeling because I need the yards. Not necessarily the yards, but I need the blowout points. I even stopped running to ensure that I had my feet set, and I still couldn't throw the ball 20 yards with my better throwing quarterback. That's sick, dude. I'm going to fuck around and put these guys back in the damn game, aren't I? Well, we're not getting the blowout. That's for damn sure we're not getting the blowout unless we get a pick six. Yeah, dude, do a fucking ballerina spin instead of go for the ball. That looks like a great idea, man. What's the worst that could happen? My only hope right now of getting that edge rusher is a pick six. Come on, it's got to happen. Need it. Just kind of threw it away. Hold on, if we can get a stop here, this is field goal range. If we can stop them from converting this play. Knock it away. Knock it away, blocker. There we go. There we go. Okay. All right, gonna call the timeout just to make sure I can actually get this kickoff. And yes, I know. Same thing as last game. I'm being a non-sportsman asshole. This is the only chance I have of landing a gem edge rusher / D tackle. Probably more D tackles. I think this guy's the one that's 288 pounds. Yeah, this is the D tackle. Listen, you would too, man. Don't lie to me. You would do the same thing if given the chance. I'm not the bad guy here. 52-35 is your final. That got scary there a couple times. But at the end of the day, we were able to secure the win. We were able to secure the blowout. So any hope we have of landing that 3-star gem has come to fruition. Hopefully it's enough. Darius Curry, 9 for 16, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. Jackson Brousseau, 4 for 7, a touchdown, a pick. Pretty even stat line both ways, I'd say. Brousseau, I guess, technically had a better completion percentage and average yards per attempt. But both had the same amount of touchdowns and interceptions, so do with that what you will. Rushing, Lloyd Avant, 15 for 132 and a touchdown. Justin Marshall, 8 for 92 and a touchdown. Obviously, both of those are inflated a little bit due to a 43-yard rush and a 59-yard rush. Darius Curry also had 5 for 36 and a fumble which almost broke his hand. Receiving, Kojo Wantwe, 4 for 103 and a touchdown like he always does in the slot. Lloyd Avant, 2 for 14. Tommy Maher, 2 for 37. Jordan Ross, 2 for 85 and a touchdown. He had himself a heck of a game, all-purpose. Rocky Beers, 2 for 33, touchdown. Devon Brown also had himself a catch. Defensively, TFLs for Hernandez Tafia, Jake Darmalowicz, Kenyon Agers, Owen Long, Dylan Phelps. The only sack of the game with the Hernandez Tafia. Jake Darmalowicz also got a pick. It didn't really end up meaning much, but whatever. No forced fumbles or anything. And then, of course, we also had the kick return touchdown by Jordan Ross. Antwi also had a couple kick returns, but wasn't anything serious. Did have a couple solid punt returns, but nothing as cool as the 97-yard kick return touchdown is always going to be sick, no matter what way you flip it. All right. We're not going to end it off at the screen we usually do because I spent so much of that last game molding about possibly not getting this recruitment. We got to at least see it through. Sharif Ruffin commits. This is not the guy I wanted, though. Show me the either D tackle or edge rusher. It's a recruiting battle. It's a recruiting battle with Western Michigan. We are up to the 22nd ranked class now. So there's something there, I guess. We barely passed Western Michigan with a whole blowout. Because it wasn't that good of a motivation. And San Jose State was a lower tier opponent. Despite being 6-1, by the way. They're not exactly a pushover team. And I also had no complimentaries. So, Dejon Averill, despite my best efforts, will 99% likely not be a Colorado State Ram. We're not going to pull out of the race because there's still a chance. But, it's not looking good. He probably would have been a one-year rental anyways, so I guess if I have to find a bright spot, that I suppose would be it. Yeah, I mean, just not great. Not great, but it could always be worse, you know? Got some more hours. We'll take a look at some more recruits here. See if we can find somebody that especially knocks my socks off. This guy might be it, though. Okay. 93 speed. 5'9", 160 is really small. I'm not going to lie. That's a little scary. But if you're going to be small, you got to be fast. And 93 speed is fast enough for me to maybe consider not worrying about it. Again, it's kind of like the Lamondre Joe situation, but Lamondre Joe doesn't have no 93 speed. I promise you that. This guy's in 92 speed and is 6'1". Okay, he's not a gem, but this is somebody we got to put points on as well. I mean, he honestly looks better in every way than Nate Akbar, does he not? Other than the speed? Unless Nate Akbar has like elite dev, I'd almost rather have Casey Daniels just because he's like 4 inches taller and only one less speed. Is this the point where I just call it on DeJohn Averill? Because, like, yeah, I'm in the lead for him, but he's on their campus this week. I'll just wait a week. If he's not committed next week, then maybe. But I just don't really see a world where we win this commitment. I just don't. I mean, we are smoking for everybody else, though. Like, I could probably chill out a little bit. I could probably throw 25 on you and Burks for this week. Just because, like, it really is not that big of a deal. Nobody else is even kind of trying for him. Nobody's really trying for Casey Daniels either. I mean, UMass has a scholarship, but that's it. I'll throw 50 on him. I'm just doing this just to pad it out a little bit. It's a bye week, so not really much of a point. Might as well just sim. And moment of truth. Okay, well, he hasn't committed there yet. He did. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm not in first place for him. I am not currently in first place for DeJohn Averill. But I will cross the finish line at the same time. Will I have... This might honestly come down to the offseason. This might get interesting, folks. I don't know what's going to happen there. Okay. I'm already going way longer than I usually do for one of these, but at this point, I mean, I might as well just show y'all what I'm doing. Why not? Might as well make content out of it. Nobody watches the end of these anyways, so if you watch the end, you get a little bit extra. Why not? I'm just nice like that. Is this even that long? Oh, well, I guess I can't tell. I've been live on Twitch for 1 hour and 40. That's about average. Okay, South Carolina's going crazy for this guy. I'm not getting him. I don't care either, because he's not that good. David DiNucci, is this guy worth my time? Yeah, kind of. Pure possession archetype, not really much of a blocker at all, but speed's not bad, decent height weight. I can see this guy being an okay Rocky Beers replacement. I'll throw 25 on him. Cat seems to like him. All right, are there any 4-stars that aren't being talked to at all? Let's go 4-stars that are still recruit stage open. There are some. Now, they all have a crazy amount of offers. Yeah, I think Kat and I think I have the same sentiment on this one. It's just not going to happen for any of these. Like, they have 6, 7, 4, 9 offers. It's just not happening. The 5th-ranked recruit in the country is barely being recruited right now. But since my brand exposure is low, I can't go after him. That is an interesting point, though, Kat. They do have the offers, but, like, nobody's trying. Nobody's trying to go after him, like, at all. They just gonna have points. It's like, what if I throw say a Britton Bridges on here? What if instead of giving 25 to David DiNucci because I'm the one that's only even offered a scholarship at this point? Why not offer Britton Bridges a scholarship? Give him the 50. I don't even care if he's good or not. He's a 4-star. If nothing else, he helps for the blue chip ratio, which will help out my championship contender. Let's ball. Okay. I have no idea if he's good or not, but Britton Bridges, you're getting at least looked at. If Cincinnati doesn't close the gap to get him into his top 5 or into his top 8 in time, I mean, there's a chance. There's definitely a chance, but that will be where I leave this episode off. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will catch you in the next one.